and welcome to this week's Faces of the Jewellery Quarter. I'm here with Aaron from Sarto Hairdressers.
Hello there, hello.
And we're your Sarto is it Water Street? Right?
It is, yeah. We're 33 Water Street. We're based literally just next to Peel and Stone and businesses like that.
You've got a coffee shop upstairs.
Yeah, we've got a coffee shop called Shots, which is by Saints on St Paul Square.
Yeah.
Which is kind of in and out. Get yourself an espresso, get yourself a little bit of a latte, and enjoy the cold weather, I suppose.
I have to admit, I haven't actually seen that place before. It's just a really small coffee shop. It's quite cool. Just pop in there, get a coffee and jump out. But you're then downstairs in this lovely little space here, designed by, is it Javelin Block?
It is. It's in association with Jav. They've done all the interior design, sourced all the art, and it looks pretty spectacular. We're really pleased to be.
It is very nice indeed, and I'm sure these chairs probably cost a pretty penny.
Do you know what? Look, they do the job, and as long as people are comfy, that's all we need at the end of the day.
Yeah, so it looks like you put a lot of effort into the place, and it's called Sarto. And where's the name Sarto come from?
Yeah, so I mean, the kind of name Sarto comes from the background of tailoring. So kind of the concept that we have versus a lot of other places is to try and create something inimitable to you, something that you can kind of wear every day, something that isn't just from a photo and then kind of placed on your head. So we kind of try and tailor it to the individual. We kind of analyse everything we can, from the head shape to the hair type to the growth patterns, and like I say, we try and make something that really works with you.
You've probably got an idea from what Aaron's just said there. He's kind of the Heston Blumenthal of the hairdresser sort of industry. We've just been discussing about all the ins and outs of how you go in and kind of study the hairdressing subject matter.
Yeah.
And I believe also, because the name Sarto, you kind of like Italian food, is that right?
Yeah. Well, look, I love food. I mean,
so
I'll tell you.
There is a connection between you and Heston, I think. There's the food and also the scientific kind of aspects of how you go about things.
This is it. I mean, we really do try and look at everything as a science, and I think the only way you can elevate the craft is by looking at it as a science, you know, and kind of analysing all the variables and the non-variables, making a proper consultation and fixed analysis, and creating something that again is really couture to your head shape. This is the kind of thing.
So where did you learn all that? I mean, if you give us a bit of a background about how you got to where you are today, and why you sort of started in hairdressing in the first place.
Well, I mean, originally I started in Afro hair. I worked in quite a lot of barber shops all over Birmingham. And then I started teaching for a company called Betterton's, a scissor company, which is the UK's leading scissor company. And kind of just started to see the kind of science behind what happens, you know, behind the cutting really. I did a couple of courses with Vidal Sassoon in Knightsbridge, and kind of saw the structure that they had versus the structure that kind of a lot of barber shops have. And we just wanted to bridge the gap really. I mean, look, hair's hair at the end of the day. What's the difference between a hairdresser and a barber? We just want to, you know, cut your hair and make you look good at the end of the day, and that's what we're trying to do. So.
And other than the haircut, I mean, what would you expect people to expect when they come to Sarto? I mean, the kind of experience they're looking for when they come in.
Well, I mean, we have something called a CESE, which is a cut, education, service and experience. And I think, you know, either one of these things will bring somebody back. I mean, we try and cater to the whole CESE. It's almost like your GCSEs in school, you know, a little bit of structure involved in the haircut. So, I mean, the C is the cut, like I say. So if we do a beautiful haircut that's really works with you and your head shape, then that's going to be a great experience that you've had. The E is the education, so we're not just going to try and sell you a product, we're going to try and educate you on the products. We're going to talk about how your hair's hydroscopic and it absorbs oil and it absorbs water and the kind of different products that we've got on the market, and try and cater it to the hair that you have, rather than just go and smell this and buy it, which I think you find a lot of the time in the industry. And then S is the service. So I mean, if we're doing a nice kind of hot towel beard shave or a kind of beard shape, we really want to emphasise doing a really nice service, really kind of bringing the blood to the surface of the skin, you know, really kind of lathering you up and doing something that's really nice and really smooth, I suppose. And then the E is the experience, and I think, you know, when you walk down in here and you see what Javelin Block's done, it's a great experience. You walk through the kind of magic door and you end up coming down into the cellar and you see this great, really cool space.
Yeah. It's clear that you've put a lot of effort into it, and I think people will obviously benefit from that. And you mentioned about the education side. You are actually going to, obviously, you've got a space through there where you're training up your own team, aren't you, to make sure that everybody's kind of on the same level, understand what goes into a haircut. People aren't going to come out with different kind of haircuts.
This is it. I mean, we really care about the science of it. I mean, we always talk about the science of hair, the SOH, and you know, I think that when we take someone on board, we really kind of want them to be up to a regulated standard. I think you find that a lot of places will kind of employ you on a photo, which, you know, in any industry, it's not going to work. I mean, we want people to be at a very good level. Really beautiful fades, really beautiful scissor work, just precision cutting in general, really. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to educate in other salons kind of all over the UK, alongside some of the UK's leading educational companies. So we're really just trying to hit the cuts and the education side of what is hair, you know. We're going to be on stage at Salon International this year, which is going to be quite good, one of the main stages, sponsored by Betterton's. So we're just trying to get out there and push the courses, you know.
And you might be wondering, well, I haven't heard of Sarto before, but you have literally opened just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we've been in the making for literally 2 weeks, like you say, and you know, there's been a lot of preparation. Our kind of motto is preparation, precision and passion. So we put a lot of preparation into this place. We didn't just come down and copy a lot of other places. We tried to create something new, and I think, look, the industry's calling for it. There's a lot of places everywhere now, and it's like, what's the difference, you know? So this is what we've
you've gone for that sort of scientific sort of precision. A lot of thought has gone into everything that you're doing. Mm-hmm. And why did you choose the jewellery quarter to open up then?
Well, I mean, I love the jewellery quarter at the end of the day. I think it's a beautiful place. There's a lot of local kind of like-minded people, local like-minded businesses. And, you know, it's just in a great sector of the town. You know, it's not right in the hustle and bustle of what's going on in the centre. It's kind of really cool, kind of mellow vibe. And we just wanted to build up the local community. I mean, look, Javelin Block does a really good job at kind of building up the local buildings and local businesses. And, you know, when I got this opportunity and in such a great location in the jewellery quarter, we jumped at it straight away, so, and now we're here.
Yeah, I mean, it does help with all the sort of the old business buildings here that have so much sort of character, and Javelin Block are able to bring the best out of them, I think. So
this is it.
That always helps. Just a random question now. So if you're going to do anybody's hair in the world, whose would it be?
Do you know what, a lot of people might say a kind of famous actor or something, but for me it's definitely Vidal Sassoon, the person to kind of pioneer practical hairdressing and cutting hair to the bone structure rather than just cutting it uniform. So I think, you know, unfortunately he passed 5 years ago now, so it's one of those things, but he will always be a big inspiration for me. If I could, I'd cut his hair. So that's.
Did you have an idea how you would do it?
Well, do you know what, I'd probably just sweat and panic because, you know, this is one of those things, but do you know what, I'd do the best I could and hopefully he'd look at that and try and see that they were moving forward.
Go on your gut instinct when you
this
get there.
This is it, panic and just slip, wasn't it? No, we'd definitely prepare for that. I think I'd prepare for years in advance if I did something like that, you know.
I'm sure it wonders if you had the chance. But right, so we're going to wrap it up now. If people wanted to book in, obviously it's kind of appointment only really, in demand, how would they book an appointment?
So, I mean, you can book by calling our landline number, which is all through our social media, which is sarto.hair. You can find our website, you can find my mobile number personally, so if you can't reach the landline, then just give me a call or give us a message on the social and we'll get you booked in really. And ready to change your life.
Life starts with your hair. And
this is it.
Mine's over by that.
No, you got the beards, you know, I can't grow the beard, guys. So.
Right, well, I appreciate your time. Thanks for inviting us in. I've really enjoyed it here.
Thanks,
and hopefully people can pop down and give you a try. Yeah. And we'll see you next week for Face of the Jewellery Quarter. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Aaron.
Awesome, man. Thanks for your time.